This week's Weekly Sushi, I wanted to talk about what you do when you feel like you're falling behind in life. Feeling like you're falling behind. Beating myself up. What have you been doing?
Damn.
You gonna go film sushi with me, Noe? Noe. Philip? Oh, okay, I guess I'm on my own. Do you want out or are you gonna help? You want out? You're gonna leave me? Frank! Frank, you were supposed to help me. Fine, Frank. Fine. Oh, I kind of look like I have one of those ecstatic rooms this time. Let's see. Whoa, whoa. Hey, hey. Not bad, you guys. Oh, my hair's a little flat. My hair has been weird today, so yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so yes, welcome to Weekly Sushi. I got my notebook back. If you're new, welcome. This is Weekly Sushi. It's my effort to talk about my feelings and try to feel better, you know, so that's just what it is. I actually have makeup on. I'm vlogging today, which that vlog will be up in a couple days because yeah, which is funny. I was telling you guys about filming sushi in the vlog and talking about you being time travelers, and just it gets confusing. Hello, so hi. I got notes to keep myself on track. Are you new to this scattered brain of a human being? Then yeah, my channel is Desert Mermaid. My name is Keisha. This channel is basically about me trying to have a life. I live with chronic pain. Yeah, I live with moderate to severe chronic pain in my back, sciatic pain, sacroiliitis, and a herniated L5S1. Did any of that make sense? I have back pain, basically. I live with back pain, and it makes life hard. And I've dealt with a lot of other things, like hard things, and I'm of the belief that life is hard for everybody. No matter who you are, life is hard. And it makes it easier when we can be together on that. So I share my life difficulties on this channel and hope to, you know, let other people know that they're not alone in their life struggles, that I struggle, everybody struggles, and just sharing in that struggle. So yeah, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the like button because you're wicked awesome for following all of this. This week's Weekly Sushi, I wanted to talk about what you do when you feel like you're falling behind in life. Feeling like you're falling behind in general. And usually when you feel like you're falling behind in general with just like everyday little things, I know for me, it makes me start thinking about all the things in life that I wish I have accomplished right now that I haven't. I go down a rabbit hole, so to speak. I had the cold the other weekend. I'm still kind of coughing. I've still got some congestion. And when I have a cold or any kind of other sickness or illness on top of my chronic back pain, it just exacerbates the pain and makes getting the few things I try to get done, you know, like uploading to this channel is actually really difficult for me because living with pain makes doing just even simple things like taking a shower a whole lot worse. I was feeling behind because of my cold, and as I talked about in my last sushi at the end, that I have like a extra project that I'm working on, and I have an Instagram photo shoot and a vlog that I want to do for that, and it's something I've been working on and very like excited and inspired to do, and I actually wanted to be getting that stuff up this week, but I fell behind on it. Yeah, and I fell behind on that and stuff, and I just kind of wanted to talk about how some of the things that I do when I start feeling like I'm behind and start really beating myself up, and then doing the where I start looking at my entire life and going, damn it, what have you been doing, Keisha? Sleeping, trying to exist with pain, which can be difficult sometimes. If you live with chronic pain, you feel me. So what I do when I start to feel behind is, the first thing I do, I like to try and center myself, and I try to close my eyes and take like a deep breath and try to calm myself down, which I know can be hard sometimes when you have anxiety, but do what I do what would help kind of calm me down and center me. You do what helps you get there, you know. I try to like slow myself down, and you know, when I start feeling behind, my brain can start going from one thing to another, because I'm thinking about all the different things that I need to get done, and my brain starts getting very scattered, my thoughts. So I try to center myself and my thoughts, and one of the things that works for me is just closing my eyes and taking, you know, a couple deep breaths, counting in, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then breathing out, and trying to, you know, do like some breathing techniques, and trying to just kind of concentrate on breathing in and breathing out, and that kind of helps me center. Sometimes if Philip, honestly, my cat, if he's sitting there on the couch with me and I'm sitting there having my cat to pet, or my pet, you know, that helps too. Just focusing on one singular thing kind of helps. If I have a lot of tasks that I feel kind of behind too, helping to center all those like tasks that I need to get done, or like chores. Like today we had a lot of cleaning. I had a lot of like errands and chores and cleaning. I'll make like a list to help organize and center my thoughts and bring it into like a center point, if you kind of feel me on what I'm saying. The second thing that helps, and this is something I do when I start feeling like I'm behind. I feel like I'm behind because I'm starting to compare myself to other people now. You guys know I can't upload a lot onto YouTube because of the chronic pain. Like last week, I got one video up. All I got was sushi. Sometimes one video is very hard for me to get up. The editing, because I like putting some editing into my videos. I like doing creative things. It's part of what keeps me going. Or, you know, living and stuff, is like being creative. It's a part of who I am and my soul, and being creative. So I try to be creative in anything in my life, and one thing is getting these video ups for you guys. I can do the editing and stuff and be creative that way. I like doing the photography and coming up with different little Instagram shoots, and being like a creative vlog. So we'll go like visit somewhere around where I live, and that's like creative, you know, just anything can be creative, I guess. And so I'm always trying to be creative in anything I do, so, which you'll see in my extra project. You'll see that. I'm excited for that. A lot of other people will upload a lot more frequently on this platform, and be real, YouTube favors that. And so like I compare myself to other people who post and stuff on social media, and I gotta remember that I gotta do me. I gotta do me and do what's best for me. And that was one of the reasons why I chose to just do weekly sushi and vlogs. And maybe if I do an extra video, like a story time or something, that's cool. But like those are two things that like are very me, and they're very doable for me, and I can be a little more consistent that way and post 2 times a week, or at least the one, and it works for me, and not comparing myself to what other people do and what works for them, because what works for them on social media or YouTube or whatever might not work for me, and I just got to do what's best for me at this point. And so not comparing myself, so when I don't compare myself to what other people are doing, you know, and just doing what's best for me, it's gonna make me happier. And being happy is the goal at the end of the day. One thing I like to say a lot, and I know I'm going a little deep here, is when I start getting wrapped up in comparing myself to other people or thinking about things that I wish I had or whatever, I try to think about at the end of my life. Or the other thing too is if I'm, you know, thinking of, am I doing this because of what other people will think about me? I think about, like, am I doing this for me because it makes me happy? Or am I doing this for me, or am I doing this for other people? And at the end of my life, am I gonna look back and be like, oh wow, I'm so glad I did this because of what other people were gonna think about me? Does that make sense? I try to put myself like that. Like, if this was to be the last day of my life, am I gonna be like, oh man, I'm so glad that I, you know, put a full face of makeup on because God forbid what people would think about my natural skin if I didn't have foundation on? Seems silly if you were like, this was your last day and you were spending it thinking about what other people thought, you know, or comparing to yourself or trying to make yourself something that you're not. Sorry, my legs are kind of hurting, so I'm kind of stretching out here. Like I said earlier, sciatic issues, not fun. So I try to do that, and because your time is valuable and you don't want to spend it comparing yourself to other people and whatnot. So moving on, I do have other things on my list. So like I said, making a list of the immediate things that you can do to change, to start making yourself feel better about your situation now really helps. Like I said, when I felt behind this week and I started looking around and feeling like my room was a mess and feeling like I didn't have my ish together, like what was I gonna do for my channel and uploading and whatnot, I made a list. I made a list of all the things that I could change now that would make me feel better and make me happy. And it worked. We got the room cleaned up today. I've been vlogging today. You guys are gonna see that. And here we are, we're filming sushi, and I feel a lot better about myself, and reminding myself too that I'm not on any timeline. We're not on timeline. You don't need to be on a schedule, like when it comes to certain things. Like, yeah, you do gotta be on a schedule for certain things and whatnot, but when it comes to your happiness and feeling like you're behind, which is very much like a feeling, there's things that you can do to make yourself feel better now and help yourself along. And you know, like making a list of the small things really does make a big difference. It does for me. It makes me feel a lot less hopeless about where I am right now. And you guys know I talk a lot on this channel. I'm 32. I'm disabled. I don't have a job. Some days I can't even get out of bed. Like, me putting on makeup, I put some makeup on today and I curled my hair. This is rare. This is a rarity. But it doesn't matter, you know. I know everybody else is probably a lot further along and has jobs and is doing so much more than me and paying their own bills and whatnot. And I will get there someday because that is a goal of mine. It's okay that I might as well be... Sometimes I feel like I'm an 18-year-old, you guys. Like, sometimes I still feel like I'm that 23-year-old girl that got hurt, you know, and injured my back and is still struggling to get on my feet. And I am still struggling to get on my feet, and maybe I'll spend the rest of my life struggling to get on my feet, but that's my journey, and it's okay. It's okay. It's my life, and I'm gonna focus on what makes me happy. So I think with that, I'm gonna finish weekly sushi. I hope that made sense to you. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I record these and I just babbled, and then I'll watch it back and I'll be like, hey, you actually got something. So with that, I'm gonna go, but as always, I'm sending lots of love to all the haters and the lovers, because as we know, the haters don't need to feel like they're behind in life or behind with anything, you know. They just need to focus on themselves and what makes them happy. Quit comparing yourself. I love you. I don't know if that made sense. I love you. But I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Which actually, oh my gosh, almost forgot. Videos, you know, YouTube chooses them for you there and there because we love someone who falls down a YouTube rabbit hole. Mwah, mwah.